this. And we're going to use that, and we're going to pay with this, and we're going to place our order. There you go. Sally Field as the Flying Nun, or Sally Nun as you like me. You really like me. Can't cast shade as I'm walking around looking like a nearly 60-year-old man. Max is a nearly 60-year-old man, apparently. Okay, new cord is incoming. Hopefully we can use the thing anymore. Not sure I know what a yuppie is. Is it similar to a bubble guppy? It is similar to a bubble guppy. I don't remember what yuppie stands for. I feel like it meant something. I feel like it was an acronym, like DINKS. But yuppies are just like, oh, young, upwardly mobile professional. Is that it? Young, upwardly mobile professionals. So they're like the 20-year-olds who have way too much money. You're a yuppie, infamous. You're a yuppie. It's weird to be the same age as old people, right? So weird. My shade is cast much more accurate than just throwing. Excellent. Okay, perfect. All right, okay, jump to recipe. We're making chocolate pudding. You guys don't get to watch, though, because apparently that's just not working. You're a yuppie. Okay, before we go, before I get started, one of you needs to be in charge of making sure I do the things. I have to sew Millie's shirt and fold that basket of laundry. So while the pudding is cooling, sew the shirt, fold the laundry, okay? That's your job, is to remind me to do that. Also, just to cast... I don't even know what I was about to say just then. Okay. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Everything is good. All right, we're making chocolate pudding. This is pinned on the Discord, or on the Pinterest page. Homemade chocolate pudding. It's not very difficult. It's a lot like regular chocolate pudding, except it's homemade. I don't know. So we're just gonna do. There's not even eggs in this, so you really can't screw it up. It's made with cornstarch. So we've got cocoa, sugar, cornstarch, salt. We're going to do that, and we're going to whisk them in, and then we're going to heat it, and then we're just going to keep whisking it forever. And then when it's done, we're going to put in the butter and vanilla. Done and done. Cool? Cool. That's what we're doing. So let me get a medium pan. Which is down. There's always flour in my pans because I always cook things here. Sew the basket. Got it. Sew the basket of laundry. That's what I said, and I stick by it. It looks like I'm blue. I'm not blue. It's a weird color scheme going on here. Can I get you to look away? Look away. You're freaking me out. I thought we were putting the ingredients in the laundry basket. That sounds right. That sounds right. Okay. There, got it. Okay. This was on sale for a lot cheap. About this. No, I'm sorry. $4.99 was the price of the store brand baking cocoa. This one was on sale for $4.59. Take that, inflation. You only screwed me over a little bit because it used to be $3.99 for cocoa powder. Whatever. Stinking inflation. Laundry pudding. Laundry pudding. I found this service that cleans and folds laundry for $2 a pound. I have about 30 pounds of unmatched socks, so I feel I have ruined someone's day. They did find some matches though. That, if I had that, I honestly might even pay that. I'm not the kind of person who would generally pay for someone else to do my chores, but I had this basket of unmatched socks. I don't think it was 30 pounds, but they're almost all Luis's. He has so many unmatched socks. And I dumped them all out on the floor yesterday and was like, kids, help me find matches. And they helped, they each found like one match, but it was a full laundry basket, like an actual full set, not the little tiny ones that people in apartments use, but like the big one, full of socks. Oh gosh, it was awful. And then, so this morning, I finished pairing the last couple of pairs that I could find. There's still a little pile of like mismatched socks on the floor, and I am trying to decide whether or not I want to just throw them all away. Because I simply cannot with this. And they're almost all Luis's. Sounds like you just need to get in one color. So that's what I'm saying. Unmatched socks are just so ridiculous. They're so, it's such anxiety with relation to the freaking socks, man. That stupid basket of socks, it just ruins my day. Every day I looked at it, I was like, I'm a failure because of this basket of socks. Like, had these catastrophic thoughts that go through your head where you're like, someone should take my children away from me because I'm a bad person because I have so many socks unmatched. It was a little dramatic. I clean my bathroom instead of matching socks. See, I clean the bathroom every every week. I cleaned the kids' bathroom last week. I always make one of them do it, but they do a really bad job. So last week I cleaned their bathroom for them. It was bad. There were 9 toothbrushes because I got toothbrushes at Costco and I put them so that like when you run out of toothbrush, there's extra toothbrushes, which is an advice I gave somebody last week. You should always have extra toothbrushes on hand. But when you have stinking rat children, your stinking rat children will be like, somebody's in the bathroom, so I have to get an entirely new toothbrush to brush my teeth because someone's in the bathroom and I certainly couldn't wait 10 minutes or less. It's ridiculous. This is the part of mom's gotta get. Sorry, something stuck in my head all day now. I also kind of want to get make a decal for the Stanley Cup that Friar Nick is sending, like with a shiny vinyl, like silver vinyl with an outline of Stanley from The Office's face, because that seems funny to me. Okay, I need 4 cups of milk. These ones are all cleansed. I always buy 2 left socks because it's cheaper. Nice. Instead of throwing them away, break out your sewing basket, turn the orphan socks into hand puppets and sell them on eBay. You can use, hold on, the money to pay for the Disney trip. This is true. I could do that. I'm not sure how many people are, well, first of all, we're not using eBay anymore, but I'm not sure how many people are buying sock puppets, but we're supposed to be having a garage sale. We were going to have it this last weekend, but then our neighborhood association got together and decided that they were going to, what was I going to say? Do a neighborhood garage sale. Excuse me. On the 19th and 20th. I don't know what weekend that is. Next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. Hi, Skullbone. Pretty sure there's a gremlin that steals 1 sock out of every pair at night. I think so, too. I agree with that assessment. Either that or my husband is just, well, my kids just throw their socks everywhere. But Luis generally keeps his in the bedroom somewhere. You know, you would think. All right, we're mixing all this together. Now, here's the thing. If you're ever making this and you're about to freak out and lose your mind, this is also the reason why making hot chocolate, chocolate milk with cocoa powder doesn't work, because cocoa powder is hydrophobic. Is that the right word? Yeah, where it's afraid of liquids. Like it doesn't mix in well. So when you put in the cold milk, the cocoa won't stir in. So if were ever a kid and you were like, we don't have any more Nestle Quick, I want to make cocoa powder, I want to make hot chocolate with cocoa powder. You see, you've got these like weird bubbles instead of the cocoa mixing in because it's hydrophobic. It won't mix in until it's hot. You have to heat it. When you heat it, then the fat in the cocoa will melt and bond with the liquid and it will mix together. But currently, not going to happen. Okay? As it stands right now. So I'm going to put this guy over here where you would be able to see it if the other thing wasn't messed up. But it is. And so I suppose there's no use crying about it. Look, you would be looking at it right now. But for the broken camera thingy. Act like a nun and beat the kids with a ruler. There's no way you remember any period in history when nuns beat children. There's just no way. You're younger than me, and they haven't done it in decades. Solo socks can be repurposed as wiener warmers, kind of like a mini sleeping bag. I have a lot of questions regarding slippage. Is there like something holding it on there? Or like, do you need to see a doctor? There's a lot of questions going through my mind. Right? Are they baby socks? What are we doing here? I said Etsy, not eBay. Did you? Ugh, you know how I do that thing where the marketing would include the phrase, as seen on Luis Ruby, internet weirdos will pay good money to stick their sweaty hands into a socks pocket that was previously worn by Luis. It's a business model that cannot fail. I like where your head's at. Where did you get the Mariners jersey? It was mailed to me. I am a Ken Griffey Jr. fan. You know what? I spent a lot of time this weekend looking stuff up about the Mariners because when I become a fan of something, I become a fan of it, okay? There is no Jeremy for the Mariners, which is really upsetting. I followed a couple of journalists. One of the guys seems okay, but like I've already seen him make 2 errors in his tweets, and I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? I need you to be Jeremy. Anyway, I liked Kenny Griffey Jr. I didn't really know anything about him in the 90s when everybody else did, but having read about him, he really loved his kids. His dad was like a big family guy and really loved his kids. So and then they played a game together. They played several games together, and they had their only father-son back-to-back home runs in what is this? National NBA? No. What do you call the baseball? Shoot. MLB in MLB history. Thank you. Couldn't think of it. Sorry. Respect to Griffey, one of the greatest of all time. He's a good egg, right? He's just a good egg. So proud of him. So nice. And apparently his son, Griffey the Third, went to the U of A, where I went to school, where I went to college and played football. And so apparently Ken Griffey Jr. used to go to games all the time. And I didn't know that because his kid would be about my age, I think. Sweetest swing of all time. Indeed. I'm from Cincy. The Griffeys are golden here. Indeed. That's why I said we get along well with Reds fan, because Griffey Sr. played for the Reds before he played for Seattle to play with his son. And then when his son, Griffey Jr., wanted a new contract, it was specifically because he wanted to go to Cincinnati to be close to family. He's just a family guy. He was like, hey, you could come play for, can't remember which team offered him something, but it wasn't, he got a big offer from another team, and he was like, no, thank you. I will only the only way I'm leaving is if I can go to the Reds. That's it. And other than that, I'm just going to retire. And that was really cute, and I liked it. I like it. Anyway, good eggs. Good eggs out there in Ohio. I know what people say about Ohio, but it's okay. Okay, putting stuff away. Oof. I need to get a little baggie out from up here. Got it. Need rolling pin. I get more side-eye when I wear my JJ Putz Mariners jersey. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. So Frid sent me this, good morning, go Cardinals, even though they're terrible so far this year. Is that a baseball team? Because no. Just no. How you like me now? God, I don't know. There's a lot of baseball teams, I feel like. Frid sent me this video that's like a history of the Seattle Mariners, and I love this team just on the basis of their weird history alone. Like, they started the documentary and was with SB Nation, which I feel like is somehow related to Jeremy as well. But they were like, the story of the Seattle Mariners begins the way that all great sports stories do, with a 144 acts of arson. And I was like, excellent. I love it. Let's go. And I can't remember the guy's name, but the name rang a bell. It was he was an anti-capitalist sometime in the 60s or 50s, something. Burnt down a bunch of buildings in Seattle. One of them was this stadium. They rebuilt the stadium on the promise that they were going to get a major league team. And then they didn't get the team. And then the Royals got him instead. And it was this whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Eventually they get this team called the Pilots, which I mentioned, within one season becomes the Milwaukee Brewers. And they're like, hey, baseball, give team. And so then they built a new stadium, and they got the Mariners, and it was named by a guy who, they did a contest to name the team, and they were like, hey, submit your names, whatever you want. And this guy submits the name Mariners, and they're like, that's great, we're going to pick it. So they picked the Seattle Mariners as the team name. They're like, as a reward for naming the team, you get season tickets. Reach out to us. We'd love to give you your tickets. And the guy's like, crickets. Never found the guy, never got his tickets. Don't even know if he knows that they named the team whatever he suggested. He probably died. Whatever. John Boyce made that video. He's very good. It was funny. I liked it. And then they go on this whole thing, in the early years of the Mariners, there's nothing interesting. There's no big guy, no big celebrity guys, no great seasons. They barely ever broke 500, which I now know what that means because I Googled it. Yada, yada, yada. They had a team manager who people like to screw with. And so they were at a game one night, and he had a two bathroom suite, the team manager did. And while he was gone out of the room, somebody from the team broke in and stole all the furniture, all of the pictures off the walls, They took everything out of the room and stuffed it in one of the bathrooms. Like the bed was in the bathroom, the desk was in the bathroom, all the chairs were in the bathroom, and then the toilet was full of red Jell-O. And so we went into the other bathroom, and that toilet was also full of red Jell-O, just because they were bored and thought it was funny. Wait, did you watch the whole thing? Isn't it like 3 hours? I'm an hour and a half in. I got an hour and a half to go. I'm not done yet. But then there's this other thing. So like pranksters, you know, that's my thing. Team that never wins, that never been to the World Series and plays pranks. This is my kind of team. This is like in line with what I like to root for. But then also, you guys probably already know this because you pay more attention to sports than I do, but I just learned it. So go along with me as if this is the first time you're hearing it, okay? There was this guy in the 90s named Jay Buhler. Bueller? I'm going to go with Bueller. Don't remember how to pronounce that. Anywho, he had the ability to make himself vomit on command. Just could throw up whenever he wanted to. And you know that scene from Goonies where he's like, and then he started throwing up, and then I started throwing up. Apparently there was this one time in the 90s when he was in the outfield, made himself vomit just for fun, and the two other guys in the outfield who were Ken Griffey Jr. and somebody else I can't think of, were sympathetic vomiters, both started vomiting because he did, and so they're all in the outfield throwing up at the same time because it's funny. For no other reason. I love it. It made me laugh. It made me laugh a lot. You should watch this. Anyway, since we're all Mariners fans now, go watch and giggle at the silliness that is the early years Seattle Mariners before the 90s. Okay, look, we're gonna crush some stuff. Who's excited? I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch a lot of hours of what's that called? The thing with the Lions last summer. So making a nice TV series about the team is a great way for me to learn to love a team. It's delightful. We're going to crush these so we can put them on the top of the stuff when we're ready to go. I got to go stir that real quick. Ooh. Probably should have started a little earlier. My bad.
Best 40 months ever.
Whoa, who was that? Give me 1 second. Oof, oof, oof. Sorry, I let that go too long. Hey, Bad Wolf, how are you, girlfriend? Give me 1 second. I gotta stir this before it, it's all lumpy. Ah! I need a hand. Ah! Look, pudding. We may have to remake that because I kind of let it get too hot before I paid attention to it. We'll see if I can stir out the mess in here. Looks like I've made quite a mess. We gotta add in the vanilla and butter. We'll see if that helps. Ta-da! Sorry, Bad Wolf, I got distracted. How are you, friendo? What are you up to? Bam! Whoa, hello. Bam! Wrong way. We've been talking about you a lot lately because we're planning to come down to your neck of the woods. Okay, how much butter did I need? 2 tablespoons? Oh. All the butter knives are missing. How is that possible? Where are they putting the butter knives? There's one in here that shouldn't be in here. Hey. Ah! Who fell? It was idle thought. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Hi, hello. It's not chaos. It's just me being, bad at everything. Boop. You're in. Okay, and then I also need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. If you like quirky sports stories from the guy who made that, I highly recommend this one. It's my favorite, and I don't even like baseball. Can you send that to me in Discord so that I can find it later? Because currently it's, like, if I open it up right here on this computer, I'm going to take this computer down and put it in a closet later. So I'm not ever going to see it. I do like quirky sports stories, though. And I think you should know that about me if you don't already. Oof, this has a strong bourbon smell right now because I just used that bourbon vanilla in there. Eesh. Gosh darn it, I think I'm gonna have to redo this. only because it's lumpy. Do you think that matters? I should taste it and see if it tastes okay. Or I could use an immersion blender and see if we can make it better. What do you think? Should we do it again? Use an immersion blender or fire them? What? Second work training, new hair. I don't know. Is there so okay? Oh no, you can't come. You should fire that person. That's a great idea. Infamous has a plan. And it's a good plan. I agree. Okay, we're gonna do a immersion blender first. Try to say, okay, we're gonna do a poll. How to fix immersion blender. Keep stirring till arm falls off. New batch. Okay, there you go. Start poll. My theory, like the only thing that's really wrong here is that there's lumps in it because I let it go too long before I stirred it. And so it thickened before I had a chance to break up all of the clumps. And so I really think I could get it if I just stirred long enough, but an immersion blender would get it done faster. There's not like, the lumps are not from like eggs or anything because there are no eggs. It's just a failure of stirring because I was busy talking to you about the Mariners. So really this is probably Frid's fault. If I was blaming somebody, hand mixer is also an option. Which is easier to clean? Immersion blender. Immersion blender for sure. Okay, the vast majority of you are on team immersion blender, so we're going that route. Hello, sorry. Calm down, you. Yeah, hand mixer. I don't know why I have such like an issue with my hand mixer. I don't have an issue with it. It's just I don't like cleaning it. It's not even difficult to clean. Just something about it. Do you ever have those tasks that you're like, you know what? I just don't like doing it. It's not like it's hard. I just don't want to. Sending things to subrogation was that way for me at work in my old job. I hated sending things to subrogation. It wasn't hard. I just had to fill out a form. I hated doing it. Oh yeah, this is working. Good job, Team Immersion Blender. Yeah, what you're seeing there that looks like lumps is actually bubbles. In general, it's quite a bit smoother. There's a couple of like lumps still left on the side there where I probably should have skimmed it, but I didn't. So here we are. Now should we try it? Delightful. Sorry, these have been in the garage for like, I don't know, forever. So I put them in some soapy water, hot soapy water to start the stream out. Oh, here. They were clean when I put them away, but I just, is that all of them? Or did I get one more? No, these are all lids. Okay. They were clean when I put them away, but you know when you like have something in the garage for a long time that gets all weird and ooh, cordless hand mixer. Wow, you fancy. I have an immersion blender and I never use it. Schmoopy, I love my immersion blender. I don't know how you could not use it. It looks very chocolatey and quite puddingish. Great job. Thank you. Will that turn into more of a whipped pudding though? Gosh, I hope so, but no, it doesn't look like it. I would think it would if it had egg in it, but the only way that would work is if those bubbles stayed, like from when I go to put it into the fridge, because it's made with cornstarch. The temperature is vastly important in the thickness of it. So when it cools down, it'll get thicker, basically. And I will have already stirred all of those bubbles out of it by then. Because we're going to put it in these little tiny guys.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, babe.
Can I squirt in there?
That's not a square. What is that?
Can I circle, please? Mom.
You want circle, please?
There.
How did you know that those were there?
This one.
Yeah, baby.
I don't think I'm gonna throw up again. I just think my stomach really hurts.
Okay.
Thank
That
you.
medicine stopped the throwing up.
Well, that's good. Mary, are you okay? Chat would like to know if you're okay, Mary. Are you okay?
Okay.
She's
Mom,
okay.
can I have an Oreo?
Vomit boy wants an Oreo?
One Oreo? You think that's gonna make me vomit?
Nothing made you vomit earlier, so yeah. It's not an absurd, thought.
It's not true, Mom.
You can have an Oreo if you want one. Just make sure that you get to the bathroom before you throw up.
I am. The only reason I didn't is that Millie locked the bathroom door.
There you go. Yes, Merritt is sick. Sick little guy. Living his sick little life. Being sick. Hold on, I'm trying to find my little ladle thing that would probably be easier for this. It's a suburban mom, so cute. She not only talks, she says stuff. I know, she talks so good now. She does. She talks very, very well. Speaks well. She says things. She's got, ideas. It's really weird. Every now and then she'll say things that we've never heard her say before, which is like a strange... obviously, at some point in your life, you had to start saying things that you had never said before, but it's just kind of weird to watch it happen,
Is this quiet enough?
Yep. Lana, we might end up with some bubbles in here because they didn't completely pop out when I dropped that in there. Oop. Ow. Reflex is contrary to swallowing. Yuck. I hope you feel better soon, Merritt. I know. You can have an Oreo, but just make sure you get to the bathroom before you throw up. So goes another endorsement. Sorry, Oreo. It's not that we don't love you. We do love you. It's just that he's vomiting right now.
Only vomited 3 times.
You know how many more times I vomit, or less times than that I vomited today? I vomited 0 times.
At least I'm not vomiting every second.
It is true. Like what kind of stuff? Well, I don't know. She's not saying anything interesting right now. What's up, baby?
I want another one.
You want another one?
Another one. I want another one. I want this another one.
You say hi, Infamous?
Hi, Miss. How are you? Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark.
She said, how are you? Sorry, I'm just licking my fingers like I
Hi,
don't even
Mark.
care.
Hi, Mark.
Skullbone says that you're adorable. Hey. Tried to take like 10 of them. 1. What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Last night I said we should store condiments in our cheek pouches so that they're right there when we need them. I'm pretty sure neither I nor anyone else has said that previously. Did you say that out loud? Were you with someone or were you alone in your apartment? Because I have questions. Not judgments, by the way, because I constantly talk to myself when I'm alone. So, who am I to judge? I wasn't sure how many little containers this would fill, so I have a lot of them. I think I might have one too many. Maybe not, though. Maybe not, though. Ow. New and wonderful partial words that we haven't worked on. Things like animal sounds I've been working on with her. Nope. Oh my gosh. There's a girl in Millie's class named Kitty. Kathleen is her real name, but everybody calls her Kitty. And So whenever Millie's trying to get her to say hi to her friends, she's like, can you say hi, Maisie? And Mary will say, hi, Maisie. And she'll say, can you say hi, Brinkley? And she'll say, hi, Binkley. And she'll say, can you say hi, Kitty? And she'll say, meow. It's really funny. What are we talking about? $7 million bull rider. Hey, Chops, that is cool. Merritt kind of taught himself to read. It was really freaky.
What do you mean taught myself?
Do you remember in kindergarten when you went home because of COVID?
Yeah.
And then when you left school, you had one reading level. And then your teacher was like, his reading level has improved so much. What have you been doing with him? And I said, he's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. No more.
One more.
You don't need more.
That's one. That's one.
I know it's one. You don't need it.
On this way.
No more Oreos.
One more Oreos.
No.
One more Oreos.
Sorry, only when chat gives 700 bits.
I want more Oreos. Crunchies.
Don't give a...
Crunchies.
Cheese?
Cheese.
Yeah, I can give you some cheese.
Get it better.
What noise is that? Okay, we only have the sharp cheddar left. We're out of Colby Jack.
What? No, that.
Orange cheese.
Orange cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Orange. Orange. A turkey silver.
There you go.
Orange.
Okay, go back to your bed, to your lives, citizens.
I want turkey.
No, it's not lunchtime yet.
I want turkey.
I know you want turkey, but it's not lunchtime yet, so you're gonna have to wait.
I want turkey.
Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. It's not lunchtime. Got better from Twitch chat. Interesting. It helps to be able to read. I would say my reading has probably gotten worse from Twitch chat, but I'm not sure. Meh. I want to be able to like bury these in ice water so that they set up quickly. I need the lids to do that. It's lunchtime here. Can I have turkey? No, Quark. Get your own lunch turkey. Hey, Merritt, can you run out to the garage and get me another small lid with a ring? I'm not actually canning this, so I'm reusing the lids. Kanara would tell me that I'm a bad person, I'm sure. Well, she wouldn't say bad person, but this is not meant for like actual canning. This is just for having a lid on it. I should get those plastic lids, but I don't know how. And I think I'm one short. Wit. Yeah, I just need one lid with a ring for the small bottles.
I don't know what.
This thing. Yep, those. For storage, it's fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. Did they get to go in the fun bathtub? No. These were, because this was made on the stove, it's not like the stuff that we've made in the, what's it called? That's usually made with egg. That's why the sous vide is better. If it's made with egg, then you don't end up curdling the egg on accident because it's so gradual and gentle. The pace at which it gets cold. Oop, 1 second. Suburban mom so cute. It's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Just one. Well, I only need one.
It's on the floor.
There you go. We've got pudding on ice. Thanks, Mawit. Where did it go?
It's on the boards.
Huh? No, I need the little cat thing too.
I couldn't find any of those.
That seems unlikely to be true. But I love you, so I'm just gonna let it go. We'll just use some of our nice Roselli press and seal wrap, and that'll be the example one. Okay? Okay. We'll all just be happy with that. They might seal just from the heating and cooling sucking it down. I doubt it. It wasn't that hot.
Chloe,
I'd be surprised if it did.
Chloe,
Yeah, babe.
Chloe.
What's up, baby? Mary's yelling at me, but then not answering me. Like, they're just barely above body temperature right now, touching it like this, so. Why are we putting the knives away so poorly? Are we trying to ruin all the knives? Seems like we're trying to ruin all the knives. I need to watch for the sous vides to come back to Costco because mine broke like last year or the year before. I can't read the display, and they'll take it back, but I don't want to take it back and just not have one. So if they have them in stock, I can take it back and replace it, which would be ideal. That's the goal. So I need to keep an eye out for that. Okay, while those are cooling, we have chores. Do you recall the chores? Say you do. Say you remember. Say, yes, I remember the chores, and we are going to do them now. I'm putting... They sell them on eBay. Sell what on eBay? I remember the Alamo. Good. Somebody needs to. Sew and fold. Thank you, meandering stranger. How are you, by the way? We're just gonna do some base level momming here. Some nice mom activities. Just chatting and getting stuff done for the day. Mary, what are you doing, Bippikins? What are you doing, babes? Ah, stuff and things. I see, I see. Oh, shoot, I thought I lost that needle. I was about to lose my mind. All right, thing number one. This is Millie's t-shirt that she got in Hawaii when we went with my stepmom a couple of years ago. And it's probably too small for her now, but she really likes it. And it's sort of a memory thing. Like, you know, she just wants to have that shirt because it was her special shirt from Hawaii. And Mary could wear it one day, but it has a hole in it. And so we gotta fix it. Anything you want, you can find on eBay. We don't do eBay. I'm mad at them. Go Mariners! Go Mariners! Woo! Today, Nomad, we are playing it's not the Texans, we're playing the Rangers. And, hang on, I'm just gonna move you this way so that I don't have to walk so far for it. We're playing the Rangers, and if we sweep the series, which means we're gonna play the Rangers 3 times in a row, that's the series. And if we sweep that series, meaning we win every game in the series, then we will be the top of the National League West. That's good. We want that. Okay? So that's what we're rooting for. I thought the Rangers were hockey. Oh, they are! But this is the Texas Rangers, not the New York Rangers. They made it downstairs for Oreos, not so much food. When I'm done sewing, I'll make lunch for them really quick. When I'm done folding, I'll make lunch for them. Anywho, so we have a little hole here. I am not a good sewer, for the record, I am not a person who is fantastic at sewing. I am a competent sewer, and I took a class in middle school. So that's kind of where my goals are. So if you've never sewn anything, and this is all brand new to you, and you're about to become an adult who has to take care of your own things, just because you have a hole in your shirt does not mean you need to get rid of it. This shirt is supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be kind of faded, blah, blah, blah. This is on a seam, so it's an easy repair. A seam is anywhere where two pieces are sewn together. So if you already see a line like this, that's a seam right here. If it was like right here in the middle of the shirt, you would have to sew it with a scar, and it would be pretty obvious unless you're a good darner. I'm an iffy darner. So this on a seam, you can easily hide it. No one will ever find it. So step 1 is to turn the shirt inside out. Start there. Once the shirt is inside out, find the rip, which is here, and sort of follow where it should have sewn together. So you see here, there's like a T intersection here. It's not ripped up this side of the T, so that's not what we're worried about right now. If it was, we would do it in 2 separate batches, but it's this line here that is ripped. So we are gonna focus on just repairing this part right here. So we're gonna start a little bit back from where the rip starts, which is here. So we're gonna start back here so that we've got some space. That looks like a new rag or a Goodwill donation. Nope. Not gonna happen, friend. Okay, so we're going back a little bit from the rip where it's still stuck together. And if you look at the way that it's sewn by machine, you can see that it has kind of like 2 different types of sewing. Can I get this close in here? You've got ones that wrap around, like those little V's, and then a line at the bottom of the V's to go across. So we're gonna kind of replicate that a little bit, okay? So I'm pulling all my stuff through and then going to the loose end and tying a knot, like so. And I don't have my scissors, so I'm just biting. I can eventually stop discussing my new cat, but I just need to tell everybody that he's a very good boy. I saw that new cat. He's a very good boy. I'm allergic to cats, but I like them. Okay. So make sure that you have a flat surface here and that you don't have any wrinkles. Like you don't want to accidentally have it like this so that you're sewing a weird lump into your shirt. Don't do that. Make sure you're nice and flat. And then kind of pinch along. And you're always going to, for this part, you're always going to go into the same side. That's how you're going to create those, not exactly the V's, but sort of a looping around to hold on to it. And I'm trying to keep that one just a little bit flatter so that it doesn't pull on the fabric too much. So you just go always through the same side so it'll loop around the top and hold the 2 pieces together like a little staple. On the other side. Keep going. Her eyeballs swell up and she stops breathing when she's in close proximity to a cat. I do. Wouldn't it be better to go to Hawaii and get a new one? Sure, but it will cost like $12,000 to fly all the kids to Hawaii again. We didn't even pay for it the first time. My stepmom did. So, and then it would cost $25 or more for a new shirt. So I'm not sure better is the right answer. Your grandma. Yep. I'm not even sure that it's the hair nomad. I think it might be their skin and saliva as well. Because if they lick me, I get a welt. I am very, very, very allergic to cats. I've heard people say that like as you get older, you grow out of your allergies. That has not been the case for me. I just have gotten better at not going. Like one of my best friends in the world, my friend Nicole, she and her husband are Mary's godparents, and I have never been in their house for more than a few minutes because they have a cat and I'm deadly allergic. But if you just mean from yourself, that's fine. If you didn't mean shaving your cat. My allergies have gotten significantly worse as I've aged. It's infuriating. Oh, excellent. I don't know if mine's gotten worse because I just am better at avoiding it. When I was a kid, I didn't really have the option. Like, we'd go to my grandparents' house and they had a cat, and it was what it was. But. Okay, so we've gotten all the way to the end of the rip. We're past where the, I've gone like about a stitch further than where the rip stopped. And so now I'm going to go the other way, which is sort of creating the V's. You see, I mean, I'm an ugly sewer, I grant that. But you see how there's little V's here? I've gone one way to create them this way. And now I'm going to go back and stitch them in the other way. In a less cute fashion because I'm not a machine. Katie, do you have any thimbles? No. I don't own a thimble. Did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa gets the mumps and she has to spend a month at home with her mom and she learns to sew because she's been at home with her mom, and so she gets this callus on her finger that she can like light a flame underneath it and not notice? I don't have that, but I always envied it. My mom used to have these, I guess you would call it a thimble, but it's not like the Monopoly piece. She had these little like cuffs that were not plastic, they were cloth and leather. She never used a metal thimble, just a, I guess those would still be called a thimble. My mom can tell you. She's in the chat. Sometimes the allergy goes away, sometimes it gets worse, and sometimes you develop a new allergy. It's really anything goes. Yeah, I don't trust people who are like, you grow out of them as you get older. I'm like, you're probably just talking nonsense because you heard that once somewhere, or because you don't have patience for people with allergies. I liked my leather thimble. Do you still have that? I can still picture that in my head. Like, weird things from my childhood that I remember include weird leather thimble. All right, so we've gone across and made really ugly V's. Now, you could theoretically stop here, but if you did, let me see if I can turn this out and show you. If you did stop here, you'll have pulls like this. Oops, do you see right here how this I'm going to cut off, but do you see how you can see my stitches right there when they pull outward, when it pulls apart? You can see that guy. So to avoid that, we're going to go back through and do a line on the bottom of all the stitches that's just like the line that the machine does. You see how the machine does the V's, and then underneath it there's a line of stitches at the bottom? That's so that when it pulls, it won't pull on those stitches. It'll pull horizontally across that line. So you want to go below all of your stitches. And again, I'm an ugly sewer. I don't do a pretty job, but I do a passable job so that my kids' clothes will stay together. I at least have a theoretical knowledge of how it should look. So if you desire to not be a person who just throws things away, but instead repairs them, you have some knowledge now. Yes, you don't have me over to your house, but don't shave the cat. There you go. Mom, Skullbone says hi. Try to make them smaller if you can, but like even what seems small while you're sewing, it's actually huge. Like while I'm trying to pull it through in a short space like this feels like a small stitch, but when you look at it, it's gonna look huge. So do your best. You're a utilitarian sewer. Sewer, not sewer. Exactly. These stitches don't need to be pretty unless Millie wants to wear the shirt inside out. Exactly. And she'll never notice. But if I was a quilter, like people who in 1840 or whatever quilted by hand, I don't know how they did that. Or it just wasn't as intricate and crazy as it is now. All right, so that's the end of my straight line. I'm actually going to go back through the other way too, because I'm a crazy person. I just want to make sure that it stays. So basically, I'm going to try to go in between my current stitches to create a clean line all the way across. I just get holes in my pants, so I have mastered the iron-on patch at the crotch. Nice. Iron-on patches are good for if you have one of those like off-seam rips that I was saying. Like, I darned one of Micah's shirts and I did a really good job, but only because it's black. Like, if it wasn't black, I don't think that it would be as good as I think it is. And it was a really small hole. But you know how you get those like tiny little holes that are just from rubbing on something or from your pants? I mean, it's a kid's t-shirt. It doesn't hurt to overdo it. Exactly. Hi, Cad. How are you? How's your weekend? You excited for the Mariners game today? Cat's like, what? Mm-hmm. Gosh darn it. What? What are we gosh darning? Oh, I said darn. I just remembered. Do you hear Mary? She's playing trains. This is the kind of stuff that I usually do off stream, and then if I don't do, or if I'm streaming, then it doesn't get done and I feel bad because then my kids' shirts always have rips in them. So there we go. All right. Yeah, baby. Baby, you've already had as much medicine as you're allowed to have, so you just have to chill. Wait, Katie, are we supposed to be having dinner tonight? You said we have a meeting. We're supposed to be having dinner with Jewel of Cal. So basically, oh shoot, you're right. So we're gonna have to take 2 cars then. All right, to close this situation off, I've got 2 loops here. I've just done the same thing that we usually do where I loop it through twice, or that we did on the way across to create the V's where I looped it through twice. And then I'm gonna go through the 2 loops, like so. And then pull it down. Oh, that one didn't go. Shoot. Yeah, I've made a mess. I'll just do a second one and then I'll cut that one off. Are all the kids sick? No, just Merritt. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sure he just overate, but I don't want to get Jewel sick. Maybe we should ask her to do Tuesday instead, because she's still here on Tuesday, and that would probably be better. Mary, Tiny Cad says hi. You say hi, Tiny Cad? She says hi, Tiny Cat. Ow, I just stabbed myself. Someone from Kentucky is calling me. Okay. Alright, so here's our crappy repair job. See? It's kind of ugly, but it mimics what the real stitches look like, at least a little bit. Mary Jo! Hey, Mary, enough. Stop. 1, 2. That's what I thought. Shirt, back inside out. I gotta cut off this extra here that I didn't pay attention to. If you were doing better than me, you would have paid attention to this and made sure it wasn't hanging out. Yeah, she's gonna become Jewel of Indy. There. Extras bitten off. And then see? Now it's not pulling and showing those stitches. It would never be noticed from a trotting horse. Done. Did you just weaponize Mary's love of counting? Sure did. There, we fixed a thing. Done and done. All right, laundry time. Ooh, I'm gonna heat up the rest of this coffee. This coffee's bad, by the way. We bought coffee at Meijer this weekend with the groceries, and it's not good coffee. I didn't go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's coffee is cheaper than other coffees, and it's better, and I hate whenever I buy cheap coffee somewhere else and it sucks, you know? It's just not my favorite. Now I have to drink it all. Sorry, Jim Henson and my high egg fell over. Okay. Mary Jo, don't pull on those, please. Hang on, she just disconnected something. Hey, don't pull on that, please. What are you trying to do? Can I help? Oh, you are stuck. There you go. She can't see anything. Her hair's in her eyes. She looks like Cousin It right now. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I'm not going to show you any underwear. So don't get excited. We're just folding laundry. No underwear for you. Unless it's Louise's. I'm so sorry. I just have to get this stuff done sometime, and I figured, you know, I'm just going to do it while we're streaming right now because it's what I have time for. This is Mary's current favorite dress. She loves it a lot. It's dinosaurs. Oh my gosh. I showed her that the snapdragons' mouths open out front in the garden yesterday, and she was so excited.
Look, come on nap.
What?
Come on nap.
Can you have more nap? What is it?
Wait, hey, where'd it go?
What are you talking about?
What's my nap?
Your nap is in your bed.
Hey,
Can you see anything?
hey, where's my saxophone?
What are you looking for?
Hey, mommy, a big.
Yeah, pink dinosaurs. Isn't it delightful? Are you implying you don't want to run? Oh, I do.
I want the table.
No.
I want to get the dinosaur.
Yeah, that is a dinosaur, isn't it?
I want a dinosaur.
You want to wear the dinosaur?
Not butterfly.
Okay, not butterfly. Please hold. Arms up. Back up. Hang on. Hold still. Don't move. Told you. As soon as she saw it. She's still wearing jammies, though, so it's fine. Here. Arms up.
You.
I see you. Where's Mitney? Hey, hang on. Go slow. You're going to rip your dress. Come here. There's Mitney. We're going to button the buttons. Okay, lose the drawers. There you go. Enjoy being dressed. I'll just refold the jammies. Where's my saxophone? What's up, Mary? Did she say saxophone? Yes. Pink dinosaurs is cool. It's a thing that they do now. They make dinosaurs for girls. Because girls like dinosaurs. And they also like pink. Like, let's just allow two things to exist simultaneously. I don't think she has a saxophone. These are lights. In case you're not separating your laundry. There are idiots on the internet currently telling people that you don't need to separate your laundry anymore, that modern laundry detergent doesn't require that, and that's not true. Separate your laundry. Why can't boys like pink dinosaurs? They can. Heck, they can even like dresses if they want to. But that's a dress, so. What's up, babe? I don't want a banana, but I would be happy to help you get a banana if you'd like one. Do you want a banana? I don't know what she said, but that's what I heard. Tatsu missed!
MRSRI, I've been watching, but just woke up enough to notice this less than MRSRI.
This is receptive.
Want banana, Mom?
Yes. Hi, Tatsumas. Happy
You want
Monday.
banana? You want
54 months is a
banana?
really long time.
Want banana? Banana?
Please hold.
You want banana?
I do want a banana. Here. Would you like a housewife / life tip of the day? Ready? Banana. Don't open this way. You take this side. Pinch. It breaks open. See? Grab. Pull. And then, easy removal of Satan's butthole. Done. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Happy Monday, LJ. How are you? My mother-in-law got our new baby some new onesies that have like safari animals, but some are pink, which is great. That is nice. That is nice.